I return to Pont yr Aber Swing Bridge in Caernarfon. Stage number 7 of the Wales Coastal Path. Caernarfon to Trefor today. 17 miles, all more or less road walking. I think there might be a little bit of a path around Caernarfon Airport area. I'm not sure. Now I've got the forecast incorrect. The last few days I've been on the Wales Coastal Path. It's been promising rain in the mornings and it hasn't really materialised. But today is a different story. It's 100% going to rain today, and I cannot say I'm disappointed. It's going to be a nice change to be walking in the rain. I don't mind at all, and for one thing it'll test my new waterproof socks. I've bought Sealskins waterproof socks, and I went out last night into the fields, wet fields, and tested them, and they work. I have a thin layer of socks underneath my normal socks. I always have 2 pairs of socks, and the base layer socks were dry and my Sealskins socks were wet. So they do keep your feet dry. Yeah, so I'm walking now along this road now, along the Forrid for about 3 miles with them in a straight to my right. And I mentioned on stage 5 I think it was going to be the most uninspiring of the walk with the A55, but this is not going to be far off, because I'll be walking along the pavement beside the A499 for miles after the main Caernarfon to Pwllheli road. I've just realised I've walked about half a mile now without starting my GPS. So on my GPS I will have done probably less than 17 miles, which will be incorrect. And I've got my waterproofs ready for the heavy rain that's going to arrive later on this walk. And there's Anglesey once again. Caravan and camping here. I think this is new. Caernarfon Golf Club. Now the tide on the Menai Strait is high, and it's like an ice rink. It's so still. It's called slack tide, I think, where it's at its highest before it starts going down. Looks cool. And the shell with the dragon's tail, which denotes the Wales Coastal Path. Still as anything. And over there in the mist is the rivals, and I'm walking to the village just beneath the rivals, Trefor, and you've got Dinas Dinlla and Carnarvon Airport in front of me, where I will be walking through. Vorid Nature Reserve. I'm leaving the seashore for now. The trail takes me inland. Come from over there. Raining, 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 be down. And here's a hide. There's information of the different wildlife that can be seen in the Vorid, south of Caernarfon. I'm just over 5 miles into the hike now, and it makes a nice change walking along a footpath I've never been on before rather than the road. And in about a mile or so Carnarvon Airport will be the seashore of Dinas Dinlla, and I can have my break. Local path to the left, the Wales coastal path to the right along this embankment. That's where I came from earlier, and that's Dinas Dinlla Hill in front of me, and behind that should be the rivals, which cannot be seen now. Ooh. And in front of me now is Caernarfon Airport. Not much action here today. Helicopter. Come on, go up. Come on! I'm not waiting no longer. It will probably go up now. Maes Awyr, Caernarfon Airport. RAF Llandwrog, 1941 to 1955. Break time. Traeth Dinas Dinlle Beach. Now the last time I was here, this path was clear of these stones. It's amazing what nature does to this earth, isn't it? I'll go and walk along the beach, I think. I kid you not, this path is like this, basically concrete all the way from the shop in Dinas Dinlle over there to where I had my break, and the storms in February must have caused this and nobody's bothered to clear it. Shame on you, Gwynedd Council. Wow, the path has actually disappeared here. This has all happened this year, this has. I was here last year and it was not like this. This is new. Mynyddoedd Eryri, Snowdonia Mountains. Caneddau Elidir Fawr, y Garn, Moel Moel Tryfan. Gwyddfa, Carneddigain. Mynydd Mawr, Cilgwyn, Drws y Coed. Trwm y Ddisgyl. Mynydd, Talymigner. Craig Cwmsylyn, Garnedd Goch. Yr olygfa o'ch blaen, the view weather. Well, yes. I think not. Shame. Excuse to come here some other time with a doggy on a nice day. All road walking now until Trefor. Not quite halfway, I'll be halfway in a few hundred metres now. So, good 3 hours now of walking on the road in the rain. Bliss. Still better than being in the house, in my book. Raining, 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 but it's not raining heavily. The old shoes are behaving fantastically again. Canvas shoes for long distance hiking, any day for me. The lighter the shoe, the better when you think of it. A leather shoe or a boot, they're much heavier, and every step you make, you're lifting that weight. 200 steps per 1/10 of a mile, which equates to 2,000 steps in a mile, roughly, for me. 17 miles today, 17 times 2, 34,000 steps today for me, so 17,000 steps each foot. Canvas shoes, my own good quality insoles, a thin pair of layer sock and a new pair of waterproof socks, seal skins. and I shall see what it's going to be like when I reach Trefor, but I'm fairly confident my inner sock is going to be bone dry, because it was last night when I went through some fields, wet fields. Yeah, and the lessons I've learned with buying shoes is that leather or heavier boots are going to end up rubbing against some part of your foot. And it just becomes more uncomfortable. If you look on YouTube, so many people fail these hikes because of the footwear, in my honest opinion. Incorrect footwear. Heavy boots are okay for day walks, going up mountains, but if you're on a trail, generally you're on a path, and your feet don't get hammered as much. And another thing I look out for in a boot is I feel the underneath of the sole and see how hard it is. The harder the better. If it's soft, I bypass them. And now I'm going to have the pleasure of walking along the A499 all the way now to Trefor, except for a little detour into Clonogfawr, I think, for the next 7.5 miles, I think, again. Dwyfor, which is the county of the Llŷn Peninsula. Pont Llyfni. Aberdesach. Ardal o harddwch naturiol eithriadol Llŷn. Area of outstanding natural beauty. Clonogfawr. No mountain to be seen anywhere. My phone has decided to pack in on me. It's totally black and blank. Oh God. Oh well. So there's not going to be any story of the day again today. Bit of a bugger, that one. I've got a spare phone at home, but regarding today, it just doesn't give me any information now how long I've got to go, although I know I've only got about 2 to 3 miles. But it's always good to know when used with a phone. Blodwen doesn't want to talk no more. Going into Clonogfawr village now, for about a mile away from the big bad road. I've always thought that's one beauty of a building for such a small village. And now my phone is alarming, which I have not set the alarm though. The source of hope. Gobaith yn tarddu. Ffynon beuno. Beuno's well. Caernarfon 10 miles, Pwllheli 10 miles. I would think that's been there for centuries. Gyrn Goch. Down there is Trevor and the lower slopes of Arrival. Can't see out. I've quite enjoyed myself once again, except for this little mishap with the phone. I think I've got about a mile to go, I wouldn't know now. And I've got over an hour to wait for the bus. It's worked out well really, this 7 mile stretch along the A499 when it's raining, because I wouldn't enjoy it much in the sun anymore. It's just better than being in the house. And it's been raining for about 4 or 5 hours now, but not too heavy though. And this would have been the old road from Caernarfon to Pwllheli. Before that road. And there's the rivals in the mist. Trevor to my right. After this bus stop, I think I'm going to put my thumb out here now and hitch a lift now, hopefully to Carnarvon. That way to Trevor, I'm going to put my thumb out here. That's smart. From all them years ago. Done well there. Got a lift right to Carnarvon, into the middle of Carnarvon. I'm just arriving back in my car now. Thankfully my phone's okay. When I put my charger in, it came on, the brightness came on. I somehow put the brightness off on it. 15.5 miles, and I walked about half a mile after that, where it paused, because I'd been pressing it like a madman trying to get it on, so I managed to pause it somehow. So 15 and a half plus about, I think I did about 16 all in. I stopped a mile before Trevor. All good. Nice day's walk in the pouring rain.